Something about future. What's that song called? It's like a, it's kind of like a, it's like a female R&B disco song.
Oh my god! Won't you take me to Funky Town?
No, because that's a. Won't you take me down to? Nah, not that.
No.
Something that
Celebrate.
Celebrate. Oh, we are family.
We are family.
Yes,
Wow.
I'm so happy we got there.
Female disco R&B song.
Yeah, it sounds like that, right? Because I say female because their voice, not because I'm like, oh, only chicks dig this. Hopefully you didn't break everything.
Is it on?
It's on. Yeah, we're recording.
Oh. All right. Welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Thanks for tuning in. Gerardo, how are you?
I'm doing great. Make sure our guest is ready, dude. What the hell?
Oh, my bad. Hey, how are you? How are you too?
No. Start over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back to Raccoon Tweeties. Thanks for tuning in. Gerardo, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I've got some interesting things happening in my life, but that's only for me to know.
Oh, yeah? You don't want to share with the room?
No, I'll share.
Okay.
But, this Thursday, today, actually, the day this comes out, I got a show in Oceanside at the Jazzy Wishbone.
Are you excited about it?
That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. I'm fucking super stoked. I love that place, dude.
Have you ever heard of that, Danielle?
I've never heard of the Jazzy Wishbone.
Shout out Kyle Dean. He loves it when I tell people about it.
Where is it?
Oceanside. On the way to San Diego.
This is how you get. It's very hard to get information from Gerardo. When you ask him stuff, he
it's not my fault. You don't know where Oceanside is.
I mean, why would I? I live in Los Angeles.
It's like an hour away from Los Angeles.
It's pretty close to San Diego.
There you go.
It's a big part of our show because he goes there from time to time. Your fam
is in Seattle.
Is in Seattle. That's right.
Seattle, famously in Washington, nowhere near San Diego.
He says
it's a bit on the show. We say Seattle for things we don't want people to know.
I'm gonna just sit with this on me now.
Brendan,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna move this over without derailing the show.
If you put that on, it's really gonna give Macklemore vibes.
Yeah,
that would be good for the show, but I mean,
good for the brand.
What do you think about Macklemore?
Well, before you say that, I'm excited to say we have a guest on the show today.
Right.
Everyone make it loud for Danielle Perez, dude. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hawks.
Yeah.
Hawks
She's
only.
a hawk. Famous Danielle Perez, Comedy Central, many shows. Great performer. Friend of the show, Diva. A lot of people call you a diva.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? How did you get this diva thing?
Okay, so when I was 20, I was hit by like a light rail car, and I lost my feet, and I was in the hospital for like 2 months. And when I was in the hospital, like I'm in a fucking hospital bed. Like I can't just go up and get a glass of water. So I would like ask my sister, "Hey, can you get me water?" And she's like, "All right, diva."
Wow.
Jeez.
So I'm like recovering from literally shattering my pelvis, losing my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And being called diva in the hospital. No, but I did get these flowers. My dad was like part of like some like group, El Centro, and like shout out.
Yeah.
Echo Park, El Centro.
Where's that?
It's in Seattle.
He's still mad.
But they like found out I was in the hospital, so I guess they pooled together money to get flowers, and he went down to like the flower district to get them. They were like the kind of arrangement that would be in the center of a lobby of a nice hotel. They were huge.
Oh, nice.
They were like the size of like Brendan.
Oh my
Wow.
god!
Like they were like literally they were in the lobby at the reception desk in like the nurses station, and my mom saw them and was like, "Oh, beautiful, like you guys got nice flowers here now." She's like, "Those are for your daughter." And she's like, "What?" Taking up half my
Diva?
room, the Diva. And they were like, Diva flowers, Diva needs water, Diva can't walk,
Yeah.
Diva needs a push, you know.
Wow.
So
I can't believe you would ask him for water and not get it yourself.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
I'm doing a
Fucking
podcast
lazy
with,
bitch.
with two divas
They're like,
now.
you lost your feet, not your hands, you dumb bitch. Get yourself your own damn water. Pour it.
Yeah,
I don't know who's more of a diva in this podcast right now, Gerardo or you.
Well,
I mean, he's the only one that got coffee and didn't get us. Pretty
true.
diva move.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why is that?
she's very smart because she knows that we talk about coffee at the beginning of every episode.
We kind of do. We check in with Gerardo. Gerardo has this like drama going on
secret
with
coffee
his
shop.
secret coffee shop where they always get his name wrong, but he
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
likes it. It's a whole thing.
I know. You have beef.
No, I love those guys. I'm averaging 3 free cups a week. Shout out to me, right?
3?
3 free coffees a week.
What does that mean?
How
Like,
much-
is that like a promo thing or what? How does that work out?
I make friends, dude, and they give me free coffee, dude. Employee discount. 2 words. Ever heard of them?
Employee discount, but totally free.
Totally free. I swear to God.
You go in there and they're just like, you don't need to pay today.
You know what I feel like is happening? It's kind of like when you give like a homeless person,
Yeah.
like you just want them to leave. And so you're
Yeah.
like, here, take this pastry on the house. So it's just like, get out of here fast. So our real paying customers don't have to be exposed to this.
I'm so happy you're saying all this because it is very intuitive of you. I go dressed like a homeless person. I really do go dressed terribly with my hair bedheaded up. I don't shower till like 2 p.m. or something. And but in real life, there is a guy that goes there that will turn a chair and stare at whatever woman's sitting in the coffee shop. I swear to
They
God.
let him
Ew.
do that?
It's very fucking weird. I haven't.
No one tells him anything.
No, I haven't said anything or like.
You shouldn't be
confronted him.
patronizing this coffee shop.
He's a weirdo. I'll say that. I'm putting
Miguel?
God.
Miguel. It is
Yeah.
Miguel.
I mean, but I don't.
Luke Schwartz.
Not Miguel.
What do the women do when he stares at them?
They're working on something, so they're kind of focused in. But it's so crazy to see the chair facing them, and then he's sitting with his arm crossed and like this.
Just like staring at them
yeah.
like,
Does he make noises?
Nah, he doesn't make noises.
Okay,
he
just stares.
he looks like he's on the verge of homelessness. This guy.
Does he get a free coffee?
I pray to God he don't.
Okay.
I don't even think he gets coffee. Honestly,
he just chills there.
he's sitting there in one of the very comfy chairs that they have at the secret coffee shop. Very
I wouldn't
strange.
comfy chair. I wouldn't know shit about that.
Do you think
because this,
just off what
Wow,
you've heard?
Gerardo putting 2 and 2 together. He said, "Oh, because of the wheelchair." Wow.
no,
He's quick.
No,
Yeah, he's quick. Yeah.
no, because the couch is comfortable. That's what I thought you were saying. I was
Based off what you've heard so far, do you think the people at the coffee shop actually think he's homeless? I'm starting to think they might think you're homeless.
100%.
I mean,
you
here's
get
the thing.
free
They
coffee.
said we can't have homeless, but maybe sexual predator / man intimidator.
It doesn't sound like
That's
a great
fine.
coffee shop to me. at this
No, I
point.
don't want to support it. So actually, we shouldn't shout them out. And it's good that it remains secret
Well,
because
here's
we don't want to give them any business.
Here's the thing, like, you know, if you build it, they will come, right? I don't think they built the coffee shop being like, this is a good haven for sexual predators, right?
And yet they're shepherding them.
They're building it for coffee lovers. And some coffee lovers have deviousness in their sexual lives. Let's go on to something else. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a bit much. I mean, it could be.
I was trying to save it, but I'll go to a different coffee shop.
It could be a good TV show though if it was like lighter. Like he's not really like whatever you guys just described him as, but he's just sort of creepy, like a creepy ancillary character in the show.
Like Creed.
Yeah, like Creed.
In the
Exactly.
office.
Creed in a coffee shop. You got to. I mean, are you the star of the show? Do you think?
I don't want to be, but I
Okay.
will say that this creepiness has evolved. This guy's
Okay,
specifically.
so like what?
And that's where it's at now. That
Where was
turning
it
the chair.
originally?
He was just there reading a book, but not really reading the book. You know, he had a book in his lap.
Oh my God. Like what? I'm trying to know what was in that book. If he was fake reading a book, that's fucking psychotic. This is truly, we need an undercover sting operation happening at this coffee shop now.
Just for you, next time I go there, I'm going to go, what's up, guy? I see you here all the time. I'll do that. I swear to God.
Okay, Gerardo, you better. And we need an update on the pod.
I will update, especially when it comes to coffee, Daddy.
You know how people will be like...
we say daddy. We say daddy.
Gerardo, you act like I'm not in a personal group chat with Brendan Cooney.
Oh, he's
that is
definitely...
far more destructive than anything that's ever happened on this podcast. Literally mutually assured self-destruction is happening in this group text.
And I think it's pretty tame, but what's funny to me about the group chat, I've talked about this before, I think, is that it's me and all women. And that makes me seem weird, I think.
Yeah, you're the guy in the coffee shop turning the chair.
Brendan's a safe person. Here's the thing. Brendan learned about getting a nice couch. He learned about getting a nice coffee table. He sends us fit checks. We let him know, yes, you should buy the shirt. No, you shouldn't.
Oh, my God. You should never go to my apartment. You would have a heart attack going to my apartment.
Hey, this can be you someday. Just watch and learn, right? Where's this couch from?
West Elm.
There you go.
Wow, look at
would I have known that if it wasn't for the group chat? No. That's a pretty expensive purchase prior to Patreon. I'm not spending the Patreon money on West Elm.
We're spending that on red chairs, Daddy.
That's true. I mean, that is the goal. Remember, I was saying I want to get to a boat.
Yes.
So,
what are you going to name the boat?
The Danielle. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any idea. That's a good question. What would I name...
Hawks of the Sea.
Maybe, like Hawks or like Raccoon Tweeties or...
I want to open a comedy club called Hawks with the Patreon money.
Oh, yeah. We've talked about that. He has been really thinking about like, these are legitimate. He wants to own
a real business venture.
A comedy club. And he was thinking about... Do you remember that one in Highland Park you were looking at?
It wasn't Highland Park. It was Alhambra.
Oh, I thought it was Highland Park.
A comedy club in Alhambra?
Listen, I'm negative on all my bank accounts, so I'm not really...
It's a future endeavor. Yeah.
It's a future endeavor.
All right. I just wanted to know like who the booker was, how to get past.
Crystalia to all those answers.
It's funny. I want to...
Just be Crystalia.
Yeah, Danielle, dude. I did a show with Danielle once, dude. Fucking, she can crush, dude. She crushed me. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh my God. Yeah. He like gets up on stage and he's like, so I was canceled. I
did that.
Oh my God.
I did that.
Dude, so we watched, on the Patreon, we watched his newest special, which is Behind the Paywall. Ever heard of it? And it's really, really bad.
I can't believe anyone would think anything else.
But he said that.
It
in the
wasn't that
special
bad.
too.
He's like, oh, this is shit, actually, and you guys are all a bunch of marks that just paid my fucking...
Oh, I wish he...
Childs.
No, that would be too much self-awareness. No. He was like, I was canceled, bro. Like, seriously.
Wow, he's been working on that bit since pandemic times.
Yeah. So he comes out, he says that, and then he has this like freak out where he's like, dude, I realized like it was my fault. Like, I did that. And he starts like yelling about his kid and his wife or whatever.
His dad.
Oh my God. This is
my
like
dad's going to fucking die.
Yeah.
He screamed
his
that.
rich dad who bought him his career, right?
Yeah, the West Wing dad.
Yeah.
But do you want to talk about the show that you did at all?
Oh, with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Your
it's
experience?
kind of actually really wild. I'm like, wow, he's really just been working on that same set since that
That was
show.
a while ago.
Because that was pandemic. It was like, it was on the West Side. I forget. Jam Comedy Van.
I know what show it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Jam Comedy Van. I'd never like done that venue before or whatever. But it was like, yeah, I was like the only woman on the lineup. It was on the West Side. These people had interns. I was like, am I in the weirdest content creator house? Like,
Yeah.
so bizarre.
That show is crazy. You go there and they have this, it's at different venues, but I remember
they're like epicenters on the West Side, and they have like a podcast studio, and they have like foosball. It very much is like Silicon Valley, like tech money, bro energy vibes, like fucking like cases of liquid death.
Yes,
you know?
yeah, they had that. It was almost like a room of a hype house.
Yeah, 100%.
Couches, weed everywhere. Oh, yeah, help yourself
like
to the weed.
Like these kids are getting, like literally I talked to some kid who was like, I'm getting college credit to work, to be here for the summer. I was like, this is insane.
Honestly, pretty nice, you know. I really enjoyed being there.
The environment you would have, both of you would be thriving. You guys would be. They're like, I'm a king. I've made it, and I was just like, I want a gun, and I want to in my mouth now.
Yeah.
But I was like, I drove all the way to the fucking West Side, so let me get the stage time. And they kept bumping me, and I was like, why the fuck do you keep bumping me? And they're like, we got a special guest, we can't name them though. Then they would all fucking laugh, all these like dum-dums. And I'm like, what the fuck? Louis C.K.? Who the heck? Like,
Yeah.
And they were like, nah. And I was like, well, it's not Cosby. And I was like, Dalia. And then they just all got quiet. I was like, so you keep bumping the only woman on the lineup so that I can go after Dalia because you want me to co-sign that you're putting on Dalia.
Oh.
I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, otherwise, why do that? And so it was like, well, I don't fucking want to co-sign him. Like, but also I fucking want to do my set.
Yeah.
So whatever. So yeah, he went up and was like, oh, it was canceled. And I was so pissed. And like, I don't like to do comedy piss. Like, that's not fun. You know what I mean? I want to entertain and make jokes or whatever. But I was pissed. And so I'm like on stage and then I like have like a choking joke or whatever. And then I don't know, I was like, well, I made some comment about like Dalia, like rapist or whatever. I was like choking rapist, Dalia. And everyone was like, oh, and I was like, don't worry, you guys are all like over 18. He's not interested in any of you. And everyone was like, oh, and I just like, whatever, just like kept riffing on that or whatever. And then I bombed the rest of the set.
That's too bad.
And then the guys like that run the show like had to help me off stage, like in my wheelchair. I think that was kind of the best part for me personally. It was like, oh, now you have to like get me off this.
Yeah, the queen is leaving
me
now.
From the stage.
Remove the diva. They're carrying
After
you.
I just shit on your headliner. Drop in.
Yeah, I'm surprised that that line, the crowd probably sucks. Because if you drop that line where he's like, you're not 15, he's not gonna do that, and then they don't just ride that wave.
Yeah.
The whole set could have been hilarious, just ripping on Dalia kinda.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was just like, I was just like pissed. I was just like pissed because like, it was just like, if you're gonna book me on a show with him, then tell me what it is so that I can make that decision for myself.
They should let you know.
Instead of like just fucking, pulling that shit. That's the thing. It's because they were doing it intentionally. Like they kept bumping me. You know what I mean? Like it's like, otherwise I could have just done my set, gone home, whatever, not have known or whatever, but it's like, you guys are doing this for a reason. And it's like these weird fucking optics and you're like playing me with it. It's just, I was pissed. I was really pissed about it for like a week.
Optics is something that we don't think about at all on the show, really. I mean, besides the red chairs and the stickers. I don't know if you saw the stickers over there.
I see the stickers.
Trash Tuesdays, Brennan Walsh's show, World Record Pod. What other shit do we? Oh, Kibitek.
Yes, Kibitek, the fighter and the kid.
The fighter and the kid.
Great guy, never met him. And what are we doing here? And Tiger Belly.
I put what are we doing here over there once to cover up like some holes on the wall. And my girlfriend came in and she was just like, what the she was like, that will never be anywhere we live together. I was like, I didn't say it would.
Well, Brendan, stop punching the walls and maybe you wouldn't have to cover it up with fucking stickers.
Oh, it's not punching. I wish I was manly enough to have these like holes in the wall. No, it's
Brendan's
me trying to hammer things in.
Gerardo's the kid.
I kind of spazzed earlier today because my sister sent me this that my mom put a hole in the wall.
Oh.
Like, you see that?
Oh,
how'd she do that?
The couch.
Oh,
and
shit.
my mom, whenever I ask her something like, hey, is it cool if I come over this weekend? She'll respond with F-A. And if you don't know what that means, in her language, it's fat ass. Whoa. She just calls me fat ass all the time.
So mean.
It's a term of endearment in Mexican culture.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just put, oh my God, F-A, you can never call me F-A again. Mom is the F-A to end all F-As, the F-est of A's. I just kept going, and
Rose
nobody
is gonna go
responded,
off.
so they were pretty upset. I think they're sad about it. But it's the truth. I called her a fat person 3 times this morning.
His mom's a real character.
I'm just aghast. I'm in shock. I'm like, wow. I mean, I call my mom a lot of things, but not that.
You should hear what my mom calls Kamala Harris.
If you knew Rosa, you might understand better.
Yeah.
I mean, she's pretty. She goes hard in the paint.
She's Baja mode.
She's Baja. Fucking, I love Baja Blast. You know what I want? Baja Blast. They have alcoholic Baja Blast, but they don't sell it in California, and I want to get my hands on that shit.
Where do they sell it?
Bad. Nevada.
That makes sense.
But I've been literally on the Baja Blast website trying to order a case of the alcoholic Baja Blast, and they will not ship to California.
Oh,
That sucks. Have you had the gelato thing?
No, but Madison had it, and she said it was whack.
That's right. She did.
Member
say
of the
it's
group
bad
chat,
in the
Madison
yeah.
Shepherd, shout out.
Do you like Baja Blast?
no. I think I'm not a big fan of Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Diet Coke guy.
That's right. We have a lot of Diet Cokes on the show.
Some would say it's a red flag.
I don't know. Diet
Coke, that's like such like a white woman
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
It is.
I got bit by the bug. I mean, I was a hater for years, and then I lived with Joel Romero for like a year, and he would like have these issues of like, I've had too many Diet Cokes, and I've had 4 in one sitting.
You were like, let me get some of that. He's like, you're fucking bugged out. Let me get on your level, bitch.
yeah. And then I tried it, and now I'm the guy that's having 4 cases in one
I
sitting.
mean, white women aren't always wrong. You know, they've got some good
You know
suggestions
what?
every once
Back
in a while.
in 2020, 23% of them were pretty right on the money.
Yeah, voting wise, see, they're cool, you know. But I don't. Diet Coke. Remember that time I ordered. I told you about how I used to work at this office with white women, and they love their Diet Coke,
They
as
do.
we've touched on. And I was very bad at my job. Like I was very close to getting fired constantly.
Brendan, and now you're in charge of people?
I know this is a long time ago. I've matured. I mean,
Growth.
look at the couch and the coffee table.
Okay,
We
I
talked
got
about this.
it.
Look, Sunbeam Vintage. Ever heard of it? And I was put in charge of ordering supplies because I wasn't trusted with anything else.
Jesus.
And so I don't like. Also, I had broken my rib and I had to take some time off. But they gave me when I broke my rib, they gave me these pills that were supposed to like be a painkiller for the rib, and they were like taking both at the same time, empty stomach.
Okay.
And I took them both same time, empty stomach, like I was told, and I got really high. And I was at work, and I was gonna get fired, so I didn't want to tell them that I'm high. So I ordered the supplies that day, and when the supplies came, they were emptying out all the supplies, and they stopped their first round of like emptying out, bringing it from the truck. And the person who owns the office was like, oh, okay, is that it? And they're like, oh, that's not it. And they opened up the thing of the truck, and there was cases of Diet Coke because I hit the button too many times. So that place, this has been 10 years, still has Diet Coke from when it was ordered. And that's my Diet Coke memory.
I love that that's what happens when you get high on Oxy. You just fucking order cases
Yeah.
of Diet Coke.
I get those dollar sign thing emojis in my eyes. And I'm like, we got to get a lot of Diet Coke for these women, you know, so they can.
Ally, hashtag.
Right. I just want women to be,
Male
their
feminist.
thirst quenched. I don't know. With diet soda, I try not to drink it. Like for a long time, I just gave up on it.
Yeah.
But I just when it's late at night and I want to be up for the podcast, I'll have a Diet Coke with my good friend Gerardo here.
Wow.
I
You
love
don't
Diet
like
Coke.
it though? You don't like Diet Coke?
I don't like Diet Coke.
At all.
I hate the taste of like fake sugar.
That's fair.
I hate Diet Coke. I hate Splenda.
Splenda sucks.
Splenda is disgusting.
Have
Like
you had
anything that is like sugar free or like it's so nasty. I was like, just don't. I would rather you not have like any fake sugar or no sugar in that at all.
Yeah.
I'll just be raw dogging the fucking smoothie or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't put fake sugar in it. It's nasty.
Yeah.
I agree. Splenda. I thought you said stevia though. Have you had that? It's even worse.
Yeah, no. Stevia, Splenda, all that shit. Nasty.
Have you tried that shit?
Speaking of my mom, when I was a young kid.
Nasty? No kidding.
No. When I was a young kid, she told me that those eat your brain. So I never had it.
Oh my God. You know what my mom told me when I was little? So when I lost, like when we were losing like our teeth, like my mom, like, cause we were raised in a very like anti-soda house. No soda, no chips.
Yeah.
So she took like our baby tooth, put it in like a glass of Coke.
Yeah.
On the counter so that we could watch our tooth dissolve.
Whoa.
And
That's
she'll be
amazing.
like, that's why we don't drink soda
Holy
in this
shit.
house.
Fast forward, you got Baja Blast up the yin
Yeah,
yang.
now you're addicted to Baja Blast.
Now I'm just fucking butt chugging Baja Blast.
You put your tooth in a Baja Blast, and you're like, see, still delicious. They're like, what? That's crazy. So,
Welcome
damn,
to Jackass. My name's Danielle. This is called the Baja Blast Butt Chug.
that's awesome. Your mom did like something from like a book or a TV show, or did she just think of that herself?
I don't. Probably she read it in some like parenting book. My mom was like very like Women Who Run with the Wolves, Vitamix, like making my own
Wow.
like baby organic like baby food.
That's cool.
She did pregnancy yoga.
She's made sculptures of you and your sister.
Yeah, she's a ceramicist. She's an artist.
How accurate do you think those sculptures are to how you look?
My God, Brendan, these sculptures are so. You know what? I support women in art.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, your mom is a great one of the best parents I've ever met. She's great. You know,
My
I
mom
said, this is a great
great.
mom. What she did at Danielle's house is she made a bust of Danielle and her sister and her sister's ex. So
And he's still there.
yeah. Why wouldn't you take this guy's not
He's
great?
moved out of the house.
Maybe it's her favorite piece of work. And then she's like, it doesn't represent him. It represents my journey as an artist.
The in process for it, I have photos, and it's like, Ty's black. Why is he white?
I don't talk about men on airwaves, but it's not the best sculpture of someone I've ever seen.
Oh,
Any
okay.
of them. She's good at ceramics, but just not like people. Maybe the accuracy is
The
lacking.
busts are definitely a choice. One time, like I was in my kitchen, my mom literally one day she just like brought it over and like put it in the garden in front of my house.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna move it because I'm lazy.
Sure.
So I'm washing dishes in my kitchen and I see this like man like approach my garden, literally get in my yard and take a picture, multiple pictures of
Weird.
it. I have fucking video of this. I like stopped. I was like, what is going on?
Huh. So he liked him.
I
Maybe I'm
guess
wrong.
he wanted to know more about the artist.
He was like, those are amazing. I don't know. I got to think if I'm a black guy and I see a bust of myself and I look white, I'm not going to like that. I would have.
But he
I
was like
some issues.
living at my mom's house with my sister. Like he couldn't say shit. He's just kind of like,
I forgot about
wow,
that.
it's great. Thanks, Maria.
God damn. Does your mom do pottery or anything?
No, my mom likes to go to paint and sips, like when you
Oh.
drink wine and paint.
yeah.
I love
That's
it also.
nice.
Those
She-
are fun.
She took me and my brother a lot when I was younger. And one day, I think I might have told you this story, but there was a panda as the paint, whatever the thing you're painting that week. And she was like, check it out. I was like, oh, because I like watching. Like they would go every weekend and I was busy or whatever that weekend. I was also addicted to drugs. And so she showed me hers. And I was like, oh, where's Thomas's at, my brother? And then she goes, it's in the back house restroom. And I was like, oh God, that's where everything goes to die, right?
She
and I
said
go back,
we don't.
yeah, she did not like
That's
it.
not going on the wall,
Jeez.
unfortunately. I would love to
I
see
would-
your mom deciding what gets on the fridge, you know, when you like fucking color as a little kid and
yeah.
you're like, in my hand, I have 2 drawings. One of them deserves to be magnetized to the fridge. The other is going in the trash. I have 2 sons.
That's funny.
So I went to the restroom to go see it, and it looked like somebody just poured water all over it. So it was like my
Oh.
mom's painting, except with the panda that got beat up in the middle of a street or something. It was disgusting.
Did Thomas get mad about it at all?
He was
he
very
know?
young, so it was kind of impressive for his age. But the panda looked like it had Down syndrome for sure. It was a bad looking panda.
It was
And
a
then-
panda born in captivity.
It was a panda stuck at SeaWorld. But so I asked them for it when they moved out of the house, and they threw it away. Like the first thing they threw away was that painting.
She hated that panda.
It was amazing though. I thought it was a work of art.
I don't like
What do you think
when-
it's worth today?
You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So to me, it's priceless. But if he goes and does like some crazy AI shit, whatever, he's a mathematician now, then it'll be worth a lot of money. They're like, remember back in the day when you didn't know jack shit and you drew this panda?
Wait, he's a mathematician?
My brother, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so like what's his job?
He tutors students in math. He's
Whoa.
20 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
my bad. I'm like
So he's on his way
your
to becoming
40-year-old brother. That's so dope. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, does he go to like Harvey Mudd?
No, he goes to Cal State San Marcos.
Damn.
But he has like 3 tutoring jobs.
that's maze.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
So he's a numbers guy.
He's a
yeah.
numbers guy.
That's a
dude.
Chavism. But I don't like when parents put like your old art on the wall. You know? Because my art is bad from when I was a kid. I was not a good artist.
But
So
your
there's all these
parents love
terrible.
it.
Yeah, they like it, but I don't. They'll have people over that Brendan did that. I'm like, don't even tell them that.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't want that on the wall. It's like it's this weird picture. This looks like shit. They're like, oh, you're so artistic when you were younger. I was like, I mean, I did the assignment in class, but I don't think it's necessarily good.
It is crazy how you wanted to be on the fridge as a kid. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck, Angie's on the fridge again.
Did you have that when you were with
My
with your
sister would get on the fridge.
Exactly.
Lilac. Well, Lilac was the artist. My parents were like, oh, Danielle, numbers girl. She's a numbers girl. She can read. Lilac, she can draw. She can paint.
barely read. She's illiterate. She dates bad men.
She went to the Waldorf school. But my sister was the artist. She was like painting and drawing. Like my mom's house is filled with my sister's art.
Wow. I didn't know that. So she was like does she do that anymore?
Because she was going to be a photographer. Like she went to like LOXA for visual arts, LA County High School for the Arts. Ever heard of it? The Haim girls went there. No, and then she went to Art Center for photography.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know she does that kind of stuff.
So, but now she does casting.
Yeah. I remember I was up for a casting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get it. But I took pictures of myself out near that the fucking gate or whatever it is that's up there. And
did they say the beard was too big?
They said I did great, but I just wasn't right for the role,
Small teeth, yeah.
Yeah, it was because my teeth are small or my gums are big, whichever one. I can't remember what exactly she said.
He looks great, but can he grow hair?
Obviously not. If they asked that, I'd be worried about him. And I wasn't up against other bald guys, if that's what you're thinking. I honestly don't remember what it was.
No, she loves your look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
She thinks you have a real... You know who else's look she loves?
Who?
James Fritz.
Oh, fuck. Now I don't like it as much. What would James Fritz sell? This is a comedian word. You know James.
No, I don't.
He's like a hick. He's a hayseed. What would she be marketing Fritz to?
Well, it was for like an internet client. Remember? Right?
Oh, he went out for that too. I forget. I don't remember any of it. I just remember
it was a wide net. She cast a real wide net.
Yeah,
she was looking
if
for a lot
I'm
of different
involved,
types.
it's a wide net.
Yeah.
I just remember I was like, okay, I'll do this, and then I had someone take pictures of me out there, and they didn't look good. They're still on my computer, and I'm like, why would I send these to people?
No, I don't believe that. I'm sure she loves your look though. She loves your look.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
What do you like? Yeah, do you know anything about casting? Did she ever talk to you about it? Like how they find?
Oh my God. One time I was at her house and she had a meeting to cast some project, and the director or the photographer for it, because she does mostly print, commercial print. He was such a dick.
Oh.
He was just I just go on the street, to the Lower East Side, and I just see a cool group of teens, and I'm like, yeah, you guys skateboard, yeah, I want to shoot you, I just real people, it's I want to put out a casting notice for actors, saying I'm looking for a hiker, and then they all come with the same stupid backpack trying to pretend to be hikers. It's I want to go on Instagram and find someone that's really on those mountains, and it's sir, you're shooting a campaign for NBC. Shut up. What are you talking about? You have 2 days to find people. You're an idiot.
That is pretty lame. The whole I want to be real,
Oh my God.
Get out there.
But these photographers, they're so obsessed with this idea. I don't want a model. I want someone who's real, who's authentic. And it's and they're oh, I don't want an actor. They're so fake and phony. And it's you have this you are the one with a very narrow view of what these people are and how broad the reach can be.
But some actors are fucking idiots, and they don't really represent other actors very well.
It might be a
He
little
probably
bit
ran
of that.
into a series of idiots, and then he was like, I am done with this shit. Or those people, not this guy.
He's like, I need people within the Yoo-Hoo room at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Right? Who's just housing that burnt pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to think of an example of a shitty actor I know that he may have run into, but I can't think of it. But I think the thing is if you come at it with that point of view, you just think all actors are shit and they're all part of whatever your terrible version of Hollywood is, then it's probably more you than them. Right?
That's it's just you're a working professional who literally actually, I looked at his website. I was most of the shit you photograph are celebrity portraits. You suck. Are you just a, I don't know. It's man, it's just annoying when it's when someone tells you how to do your job, because it's my sister's a casting director and he's just going on and on and on about methods for her to cast people when it's I want you to tell me what you're looking for, because what you're telling me is how to do my fucking job. Instead of like, this is the look, this is the vibe.
Yeah.
Like, so from all of that, it's like, I'm hearing you want like real, authentic, quote unquote, people with like their own styles. But I can find that through modeling agencies and actors databases. Like, that's very doable.
I mean, there's nothing more authentic than James Fritz. He's literally from like a bale of hay. So I don't know what that guy doesn't seem like he knows what he's talking about. I don't know.
It was
Sounds
a New
like
York
douche.
casting, unfortunately.
Ah, fuck. That sucks. Casting, I've only been on one audition, but
Yeah?
I've talked about it on the show before.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about auditions?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You want to know what my first audition was?
Yeah.
It's how I banged up the front right taillight of my car.
Holy shit.
I got an audition and I totally thought, I was like, this is not real. It was for Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
What is that?
It's the Kristen Wiig and Annie Mumolo movie.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And literally, it was an in-person audition with Kristen and Annie.
Whoa.
I had never done an audition before. And I was like, what? I was like very confused. Like, this isn't literally not taking an act. The last acting I did like was high school theater.
Sure.
So I'm just like, what the fuck? And I like get to the casting office and they're like, we got a ramp for you. And I was like, oh my God, these people know who the fuck I am. Like, this is so weird. And I did what I did. And the casting director goes, you're very pretty. And I was like,
whoa.
The objective is to be funny. Like that, in that moment, I knew it was like, we're not moving forward.
That's so. I have such low self-esteem that when I heard you're very pretty, I was like, if that's something like that was said to me, I'd be like, I nailed it. You know,
Brendan, that beard, glistening,
yeah,
lush, full.
How did it go? Like, so you went in there, and it was like Kristen Wiig, and who's the other person?
Annie Mumolo.
I don't know Annie Mumolo.
They both wrote Bridesmaids together, and she was in Bridesmaids. She was like the woman on one of the women on the plane in that scene. Yeah.
Okay. So were you doing lines with them?
Yeah, like I literally did the audition with them.
So were you like super nervous?
Oh, 100. Had no idea what I was doing. It was very bad. Like Brendan, literally, I know that there is like video footage of this because they recorded me.
Sure.
And they like mic'd me and everything. And I just like, I had no idea what I was doing. I just didn't, because I'd never done this before.
Did you have the lines completely memorized?
No.
That's hilarious.
I was like, oh,
that's so fucking
it was
funny.
just so bad. But then actually, like, okay, so the worst audition experience though is I had this audition and it was like for sad fat.
What's that?
It's just like a fat woman who's sad. That's a type.
Is that the TV?
I don't know if you
type
can
or the
see.
TV show?
Oh, I thought the show
I
was...
am fat, and so I get to read a lot for sad fat.
Wait a minute.
She's fat, but hold on.
I need
She's
this
got something to say.
clarified. I need this clarified. So it's a role that Hollywood is okay even now having like that name, sad fat?
No, the name wasn't sad fat, but that was the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the show was called Sad Fat.
Me too. I thought so too. I was like, can I read
You know that
for it?
one blockbuster movie, Sad Fat?
Sad fat. It's just a send up of fat suits.
But how did it go?
Commentary on the early 2000s. No, or the early 20, whatever. Anyway, but the character was just like a sad fat. It was like a fat person, who's like, it's just like you're reading it and you're just like, no one talks like this, and it's like, okay, she's fat. Cool. That's why I'm here. So I get to the lot and I get in the room and the casting director is like, so, unfortunately the role is for a hiker. It's called Hikers. And I was like, yeah, I read it.
Yeah.
and I just go, yeah, I can hike. And she goes, how?
God damn.
And I'm like, with mountain bike tires.
Was this woman Brendan Schaub? Like, that's crazy.
She was like, it's called Hikers. It's for a hiker and you're in a wheelchair. She literally said, and you're in a wheelchair. And I was like, I can hike. And the first thing, how? Mountain bike tires. And then we kind of just were looking at each other and she's like, you learn something new every day. And then she's like, all right, do you have any questions? And I was just like, oh my God, this is insane.
That person is like the guy, or is the person that guy was describing. You know, like the caster, when he's like, I'm tired of these Hollywood people. That's who he's talking about. You think like, it's crazy to just like, okay, have you come out even though they're not going to consider you, and then be like, oh, we both understand it's for hiking. So, I mean, come on. You get what I'm saying, right? And then when you respond back and they don't go like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you'd think they'd be a little embarrassed or something. And then they're like, but you get it, right? And you're like, no, I can hike. And then they're, oh, you learn something new every day. That person is, if they're not having a breakdown after that conversation, they're not a normal person. I would go throw water on my face. I'd be like, I can't believe I just did that. I need to reevaluate everything.
Insane. And I was just, because I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, you guys called me. You guys have my headshot. Yeah. But then I had like a really bad agent at the time. And then it was like, is she like not, do people like not know that I'm disabled? Not that they need to know, but like, I mean, you don't, because it's like, I can hike. It's just so fucking weird. It was just kind of like, how do you as a casting director not know that? I don't know.
Yeah, you think that's
all in my fucking like actor's access. I don't know.
It's part of the job, I imagine, being a casting director and knowing about the little, like the different parts of being a casting director. It's like hiring whatever. You'd think you'd already know that, but this person didn't.
But that was like so wild. It was like so fucking crazy. Yeah.
I've never had an agent. Have you ever had an agent?
Not a chance.
So we don't know about what that's like. So when you say bad agent, to me, I have my ideas of what that means, but I don't really know like what is a bad agent.
Okay, so it was Aqua Talent, but the theatrical side. So theatrical is like TV and movies, and like I guess the woman who like ran it is just like kind of notorious for being like the worst. Like she'll submit like way too many people for certain things. Like people kind of succeed in spite of like what she does. Like literally like, how did she not let this casting director know?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's weird. Yeah.
Overworked.
Also like when it happened, like, so I had a manager, but I had like a new manager at the time. And so I like told them like what happened, and they're like, that's crazy. And then like she like never contacted me or called me or anything to talk about it, or you know what I mean? And I was like, well, that's shitty.
Yeah, basically sending you out for a role that they wouldn't even consider. That would be a bad agent move for sure.
Do they still have like physical headshots where on the back it's like special training and stuff like that?
Yeah,
or is it all
digital? It's like, I think it's pretty much all digital now, but I do have like physical headshots. Like I got them because like some of the like diversity, program, showcases. They like the ABC diversity showcase. I don't know if it's like different now. I think it actually is different now, but before you used to actually have to mail like a physical headshot with your resume on the back. And so like I got 10 of them printed to do that.
Do you think on any of those diversity headshots, it's a white woman that says, and one of the things on the back says bisexual?
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
And redhead.
You can.
Oh my God. Did you hear about the redhead in the Facebook group?
Well, no.
There was like a UCB diversity Facebook group.
Yeah.
And this like redheaded girl went in there to complain about how she's never received the diversity scholarship at UCB.
Because she's a redhead?
Yeah. And she's like, I'm a redhead. I'm only like, 3% of the population, blah, blah, blah. She was like fighting for her life, like in tears, like on this fucking Facebook group complaining about it. And everyone was just like, girl, this is not a thing. Like being redheaded is not...
Damn.
It's not like an underrepresented like minority that's marginalized and stigmatized and like needs like equity. What are you fucking talking about?
Well, first of all, it is learn your privilege, okay? Because you are a brunette. No, that's crazy. Some of these improv people are nuts. Do you ever do improv?
Yeah, I mean, in college.
Yeah, they're like.
Wait, were you on an improv team?
Off-wit, yes.
I like that. Who came up with that name?
Devin Calderoni, my good friend.
Okay,
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Hawk.
Yeah.
I've admitted this before. I don't like that I've done this, but I did UCB.
Yeah, I did. Brenton,
Wait,
101?
See, that's gay. I'm not doing a UCB shit, dude. Jesus Christ.
You do it in college with all your male friends, like a very straight.
You literally made out with 5 guys.
It was
made
not,
out with 5
There was
guys.
more women than men in
You
my...
made out with guys in it.
No, not in that. In
Okay,
my...
just
He
in-
did. He was
in your
like, you know what's
personal
really
life.
funny if we kissed and we're dudes.
No, I kissed
Top
5.
tier.
I kissed 5 guys acting in fucking college. You guys gonna persecute me for that? I was representing an unrepresented group on stage.
Listen, none of that. It's fine that you did that, and I don't care. UCB, whatever. But UCB, what I would say
I
is
was a
that it sucks.
homophobic character that made out with somebody to prove a point to the audience that was very questionable about my sexuality after the fact.
I mean,
So you're a Ryan Murphy character.
I don't know who Ryan Murphy is.
Okay.
sure you do. Sure you don't. Oh, yeah, we all believe that. Gerardo doesn't know who Ryan Murphy is.
Okay.
No,
I know a Gleek when I see one.
Who's Ryan Murphy?
He created Glee, an American Horror Story, and Nip Tuck.
Okay.
Some people. I'll go back to the UCB.
Gerardo's
He's looking up.
face.
He's like, I gotta see what this hot guy looks like.
Travis
No.
Kelce stars in Ryan Murphy's new FX show.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
he's
I didn't know
developing
that.
a show with Kim Kardashian. I want to fucking audition
Wait
for
a
that
minute.
so bad.
Wait a minute. That's
They're about she's a high-powered divorce attorney. Halle Berry was attached, no longer is attached due to scheduling conflicts. I want to audition for this so fucking bad.
Are those 2 different shows though? Because
Like
he
Travis
brought
Kelce? Yeah, I think
Okay,
they are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what the Travis Kelce show is. What could that be?
I don't know.
Because he's doing a show. We talked about it.
Are we allowed to discuss though?
Oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't discuss that.
I know we have a friend that wrote on it.
Yeah. So maybe I'll pause on that. What the Kim?
Brendan, you glitched.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
glitched
I don't
like,
know.
deer in headlights.
Yeah. It was like, shoot, yeah. The Kim Kardashian show is so that guy has a lot of different shows. Anyway, I'll go back to the UCB thing. Yeah, I'm not proud that I did UCB. I would say it sucks, is what I would say. But when you do that stuff, when you do UCB, you meet people that are just like way, way too into becoming famous.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
comedians.
yeah, they're like, I guess, like every comedian is, but they'll do anything. They'll be like, I'll you see UCB people, and they're like Scientologists. They're like mopping the floor of the theater and like sweeping shit. They're like, I'm an intern, or I'm waiting to be a coach, or whatever. And they think that by like fucking moving the chairs on the stage off, that one day they're going to be on a Herald team, but they also make no money probably. I don't know if they pay them.
Yeah, the pay structure situation. I don't really know how that works.
That's what leads to this whole thing of like, you attract the kind of person that's going to be like, oh, I'm a redhead. We're only part of 3% of the population. Why don't I get a scholarship to the school?
Well, the whole like UCB thing is it is like super culty. Like it is because there's like the levels and you take the classes. You can only audition to be on the team once you reach the highest level of class. And so it's like, I get whatever, like having like structure and like a system, but like, yeah, it's the same people like, fucking go to the mics all the time. And it's like, you're not writing new material. It's the same fucking jokes. And it's like, it doesn't matter that you go to the most mics.
Yeah.
You're not getting better. You're not getting better.
Yeah. The UCB people are essentially like chimney sweeps. They want to be famous. I don't know if do you ever go to those UCB shit, like the shows or anything?
Never. I've never been. I've passed by UCB quite a few times, but never. I did one. It might have been. I have just gotten sober at the time, and I went to. I think it was called Second Street. Something
Are we
like that.
talking about
City?
Second City?
It was
That would be
something.
pretty
Second
funny.
City.
It's not Second City.
Okay.
But it was. It was something street. Something street improv group.
Funny Street,
Okay.
It was a random as
Laugh
like
Street.
open mic for improv.
Oh,
And I went and I was like, oh, this is no longer inside of me.
yeah. No,
whatsoever.
that can be pretty rough. An open mic for improv.
It was fun, but I did not care. It
I
was
don't
a
know
lot
how
of fun.
that works. I feel like I've seen Elysian do that. They'll have like an open mic, like a jam. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I've been to more since then, but I was just there because there
I've
was
never done improv.
That's pretty cool, honestly. I wish I could say the same thing. If I had a time machine, that's one of the many things I would change.
Do you remember like anyone from your class? Like, is anyone from your like UCB class famous actually?
That's a good question. Not really, but I did an improv class with, you probably know that guy, the guy that played Damien in Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Danny
his name? Danny?
Franzese.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
And I was in a class with him, and he invited me to like one of his shows. I went to watch it. He had like some show with The women in it are probably people you'd know, but that idiot was in it too. What's that guy's name? That Paul F. Tompkins.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he can be funny, but he's sort of annoying, I would say. But he was in it too. He played Franklin Delano Roosevelt in it.
Huh.
That's the only famous person that I was in a class with, I would say.
If you haven't been doing open mic for improv, it's basically no audience. Okay, well, it starts out with all audience, right?
What?
And then one by one, they all choose to get on stage, and then by the end of it, there's no audience, basically. It's just everyone has like cold
I don't
feet.
know about that.
Yeah.
Everyone has like cold feet on participating, and then slowly they're like 9/11, and
I
they
don't
get
know
up.
if I like that premise. I'm like, let me get my set out of the way and be done.
Yeah, no, I much prefer doing stand up to that. I remember I would be like on the wall. On improv, it's like there are the people that stay on the wall. I was sadly one of those people. And then I'd be like,
You're always
I
on the
can't believe
wall.
I didn't go out and tap them so I could say, we're in the spaceship now.
Yeah,
Truly horrible.
No, when it's good, it's really, really good though.
I mean,
You guys are like this
I'm
podcast
not
about
sure.
being a hater.
no. I love improv, but I loved it in college when I was with my homies, and we were all just having fun.
I don't know. With improv, like as far as UCB is concerned, I would go to the shows, and even when it was funny, to me, it just got to be the same thing over and over again.
Well, okay, I'll say this. There's a show at UCB called Pilot Season that is really good because like they have writers and then they take a name of a show from the class and then they essentially like build out the pilot like very quickly.
Yeah.
And then the improvisers have to improvise it out.
Oh,
so
okay.
there's like actual structure that you're following along with like actually good writers, you
Sure.
know what I mean? Who
Yeah.
are like heightening it, making it crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not just like, I'm just watching wacky people just make up wacky stuff.
Yeah, I don't like the word wacky. That shit sucks. I hate wacky, meaning the thing too. I don't like wacky people too.
He's
But-
like, I don't like wacky. I don't like Daffy. Fuck Donald.
no, wackiness is ridiculous.
I don't know. I mean, we're pretty wacky. You don't think we're
At
wacky?
times we're wacky.
You fucking press a button and it goes, ha! That's goofy. That's incredibly goofy.
Literally,
sir.
Nanette is on. There's a book. The Nanette's book is right there. I'm sure that's not wacky.
You are two boys sitting on a couch with
Yeah.
microphones and headphones on. That's pretty wacky.
I don't know. No, wacky to me is like crossing your eyes for a punchline. I do that sometimes. Or sticking out the tongue. That's
Yeah, but
No.
I mean, that's lame.
We're definitely
Exactly.
yeah.
That's
That's
what I'm
lame.
saying.
I think that's just lame.
Lame
That's
is
different than wacky.
Yeah. If
Oh.
somebody were to come in here and they were like a wacky inspector, like they had a Geiger counter that did like wacky, it would explode.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there's almost nothing about our
There's
show.
like a fish eating a fish on the wall. That's
Yeah.
wacky.
That is wacky.
There's
That's fucking textbook wacky right there, dude.
Well, I mean, if you want to insult my grandfather's art, go ahead. But he is dead and can't defend himself. That's on you. You'll have to live with that. We do a show called 10 Minutes to Shop that lasts an hour.
That's wacky.
That's definitely wacky. And then we go, it's only 10 minutes. When people are like, it's longer than 10 minutes, we're like, no, it's not.
Let me see.
That's pretty wacky.
Keep talking. Sorry.
His name is wacky. He has this bit with his name where obviously
Now
I
you're
mean,
just getting personal, dude.
Let-
Gerardo really can't handle being called wacky. Is this like what Republicans feel like when you call them weird?
all right, yeah,
Wacky
all right,
is the
JD
weird
Vance.
for-
the more you
Jesus
guys,
Christ. I'm sorry. We're now, don't fuck my couch, dude.
the more you guys call me wacky, the more red pilled I get. So I think it is.
So I actually want to know your opinion on this too. Gerardo has a thing with his name where people can't say it right and they spell it wrong. And
Okay.
every time he's
Are
introduced
these
to the
white
show,
people?
it's many different races, right?
No, it hurts the most when it's a brown person.
So
But yeah,
he goes to shows and they'll be like, all right, your next comic, he's so funny. Give it up for Geraldo and stuff like that. So what do you think about that name? Do you think Gerardo is a hard name to pronounce or, say?
No, I don't think it is, but I think you should just go by Geraldo. That has a lot more name recognition.
Oh, well, keep that same energy when I show you this, all right? Because that's what I do, and then Brendan's got a problem with that too. So check this out. Check this out. Ready?
Is it Geraldo?
Yeah.
Is it Geraldo?
She said Geraldo, and then there was a fan of the podcast next to me. There was a fan of the podcast that was sitting next to me, and I was like, yeah. And then you just started laughing all hard.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's great.
No, I think you should correct someone if they say your name wrong.
See, and then he goes to that, but it's like, no, I don't want to have any problems. I don't want no problems. I just want you guys to say my name to begin with.
Hilarious to say that you don't want no problems.
I don't want no problems with it.
He used to send long diatribes to people about like spelling his name wrong.
Well,
on
this is a bit.
posters
You can't make fun of me being like I was real for a bit. It was a bit, and it got longer every time. So whenever people pull out like a comedy posters for shows, they would spell my name wrong. And then so at first I was like, I can't believe they misspelled my name. Check me out this Thursday, whatever, right? And then the next time it happened, it got a little longer. My whole thinking was like one line longer for the caption.
He said, we're doing it for the bit, and yet no one was like, oh, this is a joke. And so it was like, this man is deeply unhinged.
No, a lot of people knew it was a bit. So anyways, this is years.
I don't know.
This is 8 years later that we're talking about it. So
Wow, that's a
it got to the
long bit.
point. It got to the point where
It's an 8-page carousel of him just like writing about his name being wrong on Instagram.
It got to the point where it was a long paragraph because it was just so many people misspelling my name. And deep down, I really don't care. It's funny to be upset about it, right?
Is it funny?
I honestly don't. I mean, I don't know. I think there's definitely a part of you that does not like it, which I understand. If everyone messed up my name, I wouldn't like that, which I do kind of.
And so the booker responded back to that and was like, yo, it was just the name that was given to me. And then I responded back with the same sort of sentiment of being like, it doesn't affect me, but it's kind of fucked up to do that. That was the whole bit, was like, it doesn't affect me, but what the fuck? It doesn't affect me. Like, it just different jokes.
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. That's why I keep saying it doesn't affect me. I'm not pressed.
Well, that was the fucking joke. That's the bit, is me saying it doesn't affect me when clearly in the dialogue it's affecting me.
I don't think that's a joke.
Okay, you barely met me today. So what are you trying to get at right now?
You know who the producer was for that? It was a Shiny Nichols guy. Who's like a crazy person.
yeah, amazing.
It's like a
Theater.
20-person lineup. Everyone's doing 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I love how he matched your energy. He was like just as mad as you.
Yeah.
He literally, because Gerardo's doing a bit about his name, and the other guy's like, well, fuck you then. Because I just got this name. He's like mad that you're doing this bit, which is so funny. I mean, the name.
I was also not sober at the time.
Yeah.
So I was in Baja mode constantly. This Saturday is my 6 years of sobriety. So
Congratulations.
Check it
Yeah, that's
out.
great. They called him Hernado at the coffee shop.
She did it again.
What?
Hernado, yeah. She did it again this last week. I think yesterday morning. She was like, "What's up, Hernado?" But it's a bit for her, but it's also kind of like hurtful to do that every day. Every day I go, she calls me Hernado. But I was like, "What's up? How's it going?" I don't have that moment where I pause and like, get affected by it. But now I just I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" My name's Hernado, I guess. Here.
Your name's Bernard. Yeah, Gerardo isn't a hard name to say.
That's what I think. I
Very
really don't
frustrating
think
to
it's
hear that
hard.
when I run into issues with it all the time.
I don't understand why people say Geraldo.
Well, I think because Geraldo sounds like a name they've heard before.
Like Greg Giraldo?
Or Geraldo. The Geraldo show.
You mean like Geraldo Rivera?
Yeah.
But that's Geraldo.
Oh, I said
Not
it was
Geraldo.
Geraldo.
You know what bugs me is when somebody goes, and coming up next to the stage,
Oh,
this
wait,
guy.
I might be wrong, honestly. Sorry,
What?
go ahead.
Coming up next to this guy, Jared, whatever they say, right? And then they go, "Is that right? Did I get that right? Did I get that right?" They have like a spaz on stage where they're asking me if they got it right. It's just like, bring me on stage, dude. I just want to do my time.
I feel like Gerardo is a much more common name than Geraldo or Geraldo, which I honestly can't remember which one Rivera is now.
Geraldo Rivera.
Is it Geraldo or Geraldo?
Geraldo.
See, that to me is a more confusing name. You'd think it would be Geraldo.
Well, it is Geraldo Rivera.
Right? That one, but Gerardo is like, how do you mess that up?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
That's so interesting.
So I'm hitting 6 years sober, right? I wanted to bring this up on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm hitting 6 years sober, and I have this weird thing happening when I wake up in the morning. I have dreams that I've been keeping my relapse a secret for years, that I've been relapsing in small doses. And I'm like, see, it's fine if you go smoke some weed, dude, because you've been smoking weed without telling anybody. You know what I mean?
Wait, have you done that? I'm
No,
sorry.
this is a dream.
Oh, you have a
They're
dream.
like stress dreams.
I don't know. Maybe relapse dreams are real, where you like literally smoke weed in your dream or like get drunk in your dreams.
Wow.
But I had this weird fucking dream recently where it was like implanting memories of like relapsing throughout my sobriety.
Interesting.
And then I woke up and I was like, I'm not sober. Like a weird feeling when I woke up.
I think that like my take on that is it probably comes from fear of relapse or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess you're like not supposed to talk about it if you like work a program, right?
Oh, he doesn't.
I mean,
care
I don't
about that.
care.
I don't like, isn't that the thing? Like if you do go to meetings, you're not supposed to like talk about going to meetings.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
can care less for rules. I mean, you know what I mean?
We didn't get to almost 10K by following the rules. You know what I mean? Ever heard of it?
Yeah, I shared a picture on Instagram recently, and it was me smiling. And my old sponsor hit me up and was like, "Hey, celebrating a birthday still, right? For your sobriety." He thought I relapsed. He only hits me up when there's something.
He's like concerned that you
Joy.
relapse.
Because you have joy.
That's hilarious. He's like, that's the smile of a man that's fucking on the sauce.
Yeah. But I think my brain's trying to play 4D chess with me, dude. That's what I'm saying. I woke up and I was like, I've been relapsing this whole time. And then it's still been struggling with that thought for, I want to say 3 days now.
I have dreams like that. It's not relapsing, but it's like something like I fucked up something. Like, oh man, I like stole a car or like I crashed a car.
What an automobile.
Some sort of
vibes.
like, or I forgot to do. I think it's the same kind of dream where you just like forgot to do something or like you weren't doing the thing you're supposed to be doing at work or something like, or bombed a show. It's all a similar kind of thing, I think. Do you have dreams like that?
I have had dreams where like I've waken up and I've been like, oh shit, oh my God, I fucked up.
Yeah.
But mostly I don't dream.
Yeah, I don't really dream much either.
I can't remember my dreams.
Or I'll dream and it'll make a big effect on me, but then I won't think about it, so I'll completely forget it. I'll just remember the idea of like some...
Yeah,
some
something
shit.
happened. There was something, but now there's nothing.
Every time I wake up, it's the reality hits and Miguel is still alive. And I just, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
It got me thinking though, like, what have I been doing secretly for years that I don't remember? Because it was like that real to me, where I was like, oh yeah, there is a secret I'm keeping. What is it? I keep forgetting.
You
It is
can't
crazy,
remember
yeah.
the secret
Isn't
that
that
you're
weird?
keeping.
It's crazy how real they seem, the dreams. Like you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, that was real. It takes a few minutes to realize that, flappers, you didn't just do a flapper show.
Yeah.
Or eat their pizza.
Only in your dreams are you headlining flappers?
I know. I'm trying to make this dream a reality. Get us bigger so we can convince flappers.
If you guys get to
have me
10K,
I mean, that's not enough probably for them because I've done too much. I
we
told you
can
about,
get you to headline flappers. This is like a very achievable goal, Brandon.
they made a big stink about it when we went there. We talked about it on the show
No,
already.
I know. Yeah, that was
They said
so
I
funny.
couldn't step foot on the stage.
But that's not them. That's just like, their guy just like on site giving you a hard time.
I guess so. But I mean, Barb probably hates me. We at least know. The booker said, you're lucky the owner's not here. Isn't that a crazy thing?
And she was though.
She was there. That's what's
Barb
funny.
was there? Oh.
She was. I was kind of avoiding her. Well, I'm such a mild-mannered guy. How could I have gotten this? How could I have
so
gotten this?
funny. You have
fucking-
like a mortal enemy.
I
in
really do.
Burbank, California.
All I've tried to do is help them and make them a bigger club. And I met with hate. I don't understand. What could I have done differently?
You've literally given them so much money. You've purchased floppy fries from them during the pandemic.
I ordered a Monster once. No, I didn't. But I mean, I have given them food. I've given them years of press. I've talked about them on the show. I don't know what more I could do to help them than I've already done. I wrote a pilot about them. That one, I placed 5th place in their contest, their screenplay contest.
I know, that
Never
was
heard of
so funny. That pilot was so funny. The live read was incredible.
it. Yeah, Gerardo did a great job as a chef.
Thank you.
Were you in it?
No, I wasn't in it. I just watched it.
I think I probably tried to cast you and you
No,
turned me
you
down.
didn't. You didn't try to cast me.
I didn't?
No.
That was a huge mistake. I should have hired your sister to
to cast for your pilot read.
Hannah Einbinder was supposed to be in it, but she bailed out.
She got cast on Hacks.
Yeah, she chose Hacks over. A huge mistake for her. I think she realized it would hurt her career if she did the flappers thing. But it's like, would it really have? She could have been on the fucking thing. She could have met this guy.
Lives could have changed.
I forget what role she was. I think I wanted to cast her as Dave. I'm pretty sure I offered her Dave. Then she started with, "Can I get like a lower role where I don't have as many lines?" And then the email came saying that she was out.
Damn.
You still communicate through email?
This was a long time ago, but yeah. I
He was
emailed
trying to keep it
everybody's
very professional.
Oh.
I sent everybody, Jay Light, he's been on the show, Luke. I sent them all the script. And do you know Mitchell Lamar?
Yeah.
He played Barb.
Yeah. I remember,
He killed it. I mean, I've never seen someone nail a role, embody a person more than that, honestly. You did great too, but
real method acting.
Mitchell just blew it away. He really got down to like the core of who Barb is. Great job. One of the best things I've ever done.
Is that your magnum opus?
No.
So far.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have so much more to give. You have you have so much talent.
Thank you, and you too. I feel the same way about the both of you. This is this episode is just like looking back on it 20 years from now. People will be like, "Oh my God, that much talent in one room." Next to that, great a coffee table. They'll still remember the coffee table.
How are they all in the same room? There's only one ball.
Yeah, how do they fit?
Like basketball.
How do they fit? That's your takeaway?
When there's too many good people on one team, there's only one ball. What are they going to do?
Do you think...
Sports is so wild to me.
I love it. Oh my God. I'm starting to think like I love Trump. I like football. I like basketball. I'm into golf. It's I'm having a weird existential crisis. I woke up the other day and I was like...
Golf is very Republican.
Yeah.
Coded.
I woke up the other day and I was like, fuck Kamala Harris. I don't know why. In the morning, I was just like, fuck Kamala Harris, dude. And then I called my mom and it didn't help.
Yeah, no, she would probably reinforce
She was
that.
like, yes. She was like, yes.
Do you think it's a reaction to your like past to being an actor that makes out with guys? Now you want to go the other way around?
No, because I never had any feelings about that or resentment towards those roles. I enjoyed myself. That was wacky. You saw that? That was pretty wacky.
And it was funny.
Yeah.
See? Wacky's good.
Wacky's
good.
Wacky.
No, it's I don't know. It's not more. It's not thinking. It's feeling. That's I think what it was. I was just like feeling like, oh yeah, everyone's lying to me. Might as well vote for Trump.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite conspiracy theory. What did I say it was the other day? I don't know if it was you. I might have been.
I can't remember if
Miguel.
you did.
I forget. I thought it was a worthwhile answer though. My favorite conspiracy theory has to be 9/11 still. I'm still...
it was an inside job?
I didn't say that. But 9/11 in general.
Like it didn't happen.
I didn't say that either. I'll keep talking if you stop.
Gerardo, I feel like I'm giving you ample opportunity. So what about 9/11?
Not that it was an inside job, but that it's a very strange event that everything fell down, basically. It's so crazy. That part of it is very strange.
Are you saying, I think both are a question. Are you saying that just like the narrative of how it went down is unlikely? Or like you have
That's
questions
more
about
closely associated to what I'm thinking. It's just like
jet fuel can't melt steel beams kind of vibes?
I don't know. I never tried to do that or listen, the fact that all 3 buildings fell down is crazy to me. The fact that there's no fucking plane inside of the Pentagon is crazy to me. That shit is crazy. 2
buildings, right?
3.
No, the Pentagon didn't fall. It just hit it.
Building 7, World Trade Center 1, and World Trade Center 2.
There was more than 2 buildings? I thought it was 2 towers.
What is Building 7?
Building 7 fell.
What is Building 7?
So if you don't know about this, Building 7 fell. The BBC...
I've heard that, Building 7 before, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know what Building 7... Like, what is it?
Is it part
World
of
Trade
the
Center
tower?
7. So it's part of the World Trade Center compound. So like there was 7 buildings. 3 of them fell. World Trade Center 1, World Trade Center 2, those 2 big towers.
Okay.
And then Building 7 fell.
I guess I've never really thought about it because I always thought there was 2 towers.
Yeah.
But there was a building called Building 7. So does that mean that there was 7 buildings?
So what I'm getting at here, I don't know anything else about it.
He said 2 planes, 7 buildings. I don't know.
I think there was maybe more planes too.
God.
Airplane 5, dude. Did you hear what happened with Airplane 5?
Listen to me, please.
Gotta listen.
There's a BBC thing where they were saying, oh, it looks like the Building 7 came down. Whatever the name of the building is, it's like, let's just say Sigmund Freud, whatever the building's called in real life, right? Whatever that building's called. This building fell down and this and that. And the lady's like, yes, it's a travesty. The lady's in New York and Building 7 is still up behind her. And she's saying like, it's crazy. Nobody expected it, but that building has fallen down, you know, and the building is still up. And then like 10 minutes later, it fell down.
Did you hear about what happened with Building 8, though?
I mean,
Did you?
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
No. Let me tell you what. 7, 8, 9. I had to do it. It was wacky. It was pretty bad.
Wacky. Pretty wacky.
Man, I think I'm not a big conspiracy guy. We've talked kind of. I'm like an NPC kind of whatever
Yeah.
that's what people on the internet might call me. But I think
Not a beta cuck?
No. What is non? What is an NPC?
Non-playable character NPC.
That's it. Yeah. I'm both of those things. I think probably
NBC.
What?
I thought because you said NBC, I'm like, isn't that just
National
Channel 4?
Broadcasting Cooney.
Yeah.
I think just the blanket thing of like there is a class of people controlling everything.
Like lizard people or Illuminati kind of vibes?
I think probably more Illuminati. Because sometimes I
Blood
think
sacrifices?
no, well maybe if that's what it takes to control everything, then sure. But the reason that, and I don't think this, but the reason that that's the most appealing to me is because I'm not sure anyone in my family, in my entire family's history, has been like quote unquote rich, right?
Got it.
So does that mean that it's impossible for people in my family to become rich, or do people pick who's rich? You know, and then what makes me think this is my long-standing feud with Adobe. You know,
like the software?
The software, yes. I think Adobe is a classic example of monopoly, right? Where they can up the prices but not change
The service.
the service at all, and then they make up rules on the whim, like it becomes a subscription thing where you used to be able to pay for it. And I think that Adobe and whoever controls the internet and all of that, they're all part of this secret class of people. Al Gore, yeah, he's
he's deep in it.
He messed up. He went astray from whatever the narrative was at the top, and they caught him with the masseuse jacking off and all that. So it's like, I don't necessarily think that a group of people control everything, but if they do, they're definitely behind Adobe and the internet.
I love that your beef is with Adobe because, like, how much do you use Photoshop?
Okay, the issue is not Photoshop. I love Photoshop.
What in the Adobe suite is like so vital to your life that you're like, I need this to be true?
PDFs. PDFs, because at work they up the price. There's no negotiation. You have to buy it for a year.
They can just hold you up at gunpoint and say, "Bitch, you're gonna pay."
Yeah,
if
you have
want
to
these
pay.
PDFs.
Everybody always needs Adobe. Everyone's like, "Why can't I have an Adobe account?" I'm shelling out Adobes left and right. Every year the price goes up. The rep, he's full of shit. He's like, the rep reached out to me and he goes, you got these accounts in another account. Do you want to group them all in? And he's harassing me, and CCing my boss on it.
Shit.
And I respond, what is the benefit to me of grouping the accounts? And he responds with all this bullshit about how they'll all be in the same place. There'd be better security. It doesn't make sense. Why would there not be good security already? And I was like, what about financially? Is there any kind of discount? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, then cancel this account and fuck you. Fuck you. Leave me alone. I got enough. And don't ever tag my boss in anything again, Deepak. That's his name, Deepak.
Him like CCing your boss was a real bitch move. He's like, oh, I want his superior to know that he's fucking up at work.
Yeah. Listen, Adobe, you're on notice, okay? Don't ever test me. You've already made me pay too much.
I agree. I mean, I stopped the yearly service of Adobe to become a month-to-month type of. It costs $5 more to do month-to-month, but I want to get rid of it at any time, but I just can't. It's terribly hard to get rid of.
It's got it's for creative stuff, it's the best.
Yeah. But
there should be competition, because if there's not competition, then what is it? A monopoly.
Yeah.
You guys want free market.
I want competition.
I enjoy golf. I enjoy football. I want a free market, dude.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You want the invisible hands of the free market to supply an alternative to
Trickle
Adobe.
down Adobe, dude.
Yeah, if Trump wants me to start looking at him seriously, then he's got to start attacking Adobe and big tech. Although he does kind of already. I don't like.
No,
big
he
tech
loves
either.
tech. That's why he picked JD Vance. No.
Oh, is
because
JD
he has
Vance a
like
tech
all
guy?
that tech money.
Oh.
Silicon Valley loves him because he loves its regulation.
Well, that I don't like, because big tech is another thing I have a problem with.
You know, there's a lawsuit that Google might be a monopoly.
Yeah, that's good. Good. On the right track. Here's a thing that should blow your mind. Indeed.com. That's the biggest job site there is. It's
Do
not.
you use it to recruit people? Really?
No, I won't say that. But I'm just kidding. Of course we use Indeed.
But does it just use AI to filter resumes and shit?
I don't know what it does, but you want to look for somebody to hire, right? Everybody uses Indeed. Most jobs.
I've never had a job. No kidding.
Yeah. You know.
I'm what's a job? How does that work? No.
No. So you use Indeed to look for people to hire or whatever. Indeed is not an American company. It's in a different country.
Okay.
Right? Is that not in and of itself kind of weird that the main job posting site in America is in a different country? How is that not a security risk?
It sounds like we should go golfing later this week, sir.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
I like where you're going with this. Is what I'm saying, dude. I'll fucking pay for the 18,
risk.
Dude.
And they have another country has all of our job information. Why?
I have no idea. I'm just okay, wow.
What do you think? Does that?
Well, I guess I'm just kind of a resume is a resume is a resume. What is so secure on your resume? You're not putting your social security number on it.
So
not putting your birthday on it.
I mean, you could, but
that's psychotic. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just assume a resume is just I did these things and I went to these schools and it's you can make a fake resume. You know what I mean? I don't know what's so secure about that.
Indeed, LinkedIn, Monster, all these countries.
TikTok. I guess it's just I don't know. Everyone's putting everything on TikTok and that's not an American company.
And
and
which
that's
is
part of
another
why
concern.
they're trying to shut it down,
Right.
security. But it's you're mad because the girlies are making TikToks fucking
Here's what I think is weird about it.
making fun of you.
Indeed, all the companies I just named, LinkedIn, they have no number really that you can call. They do, but it takes a while to look for it.
Oh.
There's no real customer service. They are in complete control over whether you are accepted or not accepted. They can decline. If you're paying for something, they can just say, we can't use you. You can't use our services anymore. There's no check on that. And they're in a different country. And they have all the information on everybody who's ever applied to a job. Does that make sense? To me, it doesn't.
I mean, the no phone number where I can talk to a person, that's sketchy to me.
What do you do if Google says you can't have email anymore? What do you do? There's no real recourse to that.
No.
That is bad.
That's why I still have my AOL account. Duh.
It's probably smart.
Do you think there should be some sort of government intervention?
Yes.
Okay.
You like regulation.
There should be a law
that you get an email when you're born. When you're born,
maybe.
you get an email. It's a federal, it's your social security number. Your email is tied to your social. And that's how they get you to be a paper and not a real person. You know about sovereign citizens?
No.
They think that you're paper people with your paper trail and your social security number, but they sign things with blood so that people can know that they're real citizens, not owned by the United States.
Yeah.
Sounds like something Rosa.
Gerardo knows about the sovereign citizens.
Rosa told him about it.
I'm not. I've talked to him about it before, but I'm not driving.
Sovereign citizens are insane. They are mostly Nazis, but
I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
yeah.
Is a popular sovereign citizen.
They don't believe in the president. They believe in the sheriff. They think the sheriff is the most important government official in any
Josh Androsky kind of deal?
Yeah, Josh, if he had won when he ran for
bad.
sheriff, he would be the most important person in Los Angeles, according to sovereign citizens.
I don't know if I believe in with sovereign citizens. Well, obviously I don't if they're mostly Nazis, but I do think we at least need some sort of check on these companies where they have no customer service. They can do whatever they want. The appeals process is never explained if you try to appeal. Why is my account? You can go on Reddit and see this. Search any of these sites and check the appeal process. It's always people they told me my account's suspended and they gave me no reason and they can't tell me why. And and I think it's an added strange thing that it's in a different country. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to sound like Trump. Okay, I just don't understand. Brendan Cooney wants to change. Okay, I don't know.
You know what it might have been for me? the red pilling I'm talking about here is when Trump met with the leader of Taliban or whatever, Al-Qaeda or something like that. And apparently it is like some story that
Wait, what?
So this is some story that some other guy told, not Trump, right? He was like that Trump walked up to the leader of the Taliban or something when they were trying to start the slow process of getting out of Afghanistan. And he was like, I want no more people to die. We're going to be out of Afghanistan. I want nobody else to die. And he handed him a picture of his house. He's like, or else I'll kill you, basically. He handed him the picture of a house and he left the room.
Trump did that?
Yeah.
I cannot believe that man operates in that way at all. That's so antithetical to like the way he is like displayed like himself.
No more Americans died after the fact. But that's a leader, dude. That's a leader if you ask me, dude. Kamala Harris is over here blowing dudes for fucking $20. Just kidding. Bad joke. Fucking the vice president, Tim Walz, is fucking sewing his pussy shut, apparently. You heard about this?
We watched the live debates and he said that and we were trying to figure out what it meant. We still don't really know.
It's a bit.
But with the debates, when we were watching the debates, Trump, he tried to do that story with the picture and he failed so hard.
Yeah, he failed very badly.
It was so funny because there was this guy.
I was like so confused. Is that where the Abdul thing came about? Because I was just like, what are you talking? It was so confusing.
Other people have told the story, but I forget his name. I think he's a congressman. He told the story. I watched Bill Maher, and he told the story of like Trump doing the photo thing, and it came off better. But Trump, I think, saw that and tried to mimic it, and so Trump goes on the debate. He's like, and Abdul, you know Abdul, right? And we're like, who's Abdul?
Like, who the fuck
I showed Abdul a picture of his house. Nobody knows what he's talking about.
Absolutely no one.
And I said, Abdul, you better think about this. I got your house. And it's like, what? Who is this? Nobody, I don't think anybody did a good job of handling Afghanistan because we shouldn't have been there anyways.
Yeah.
It's the classic Shab, big guy in a small car. How did you get there? How did big guys fit in it? You know, kind of.
Yeah, how did Building 7 fall, dude? You know what I mean? Classic big guy.
I already
in a
told
small
you,
car.
7, 8, 9. But, I mean, yeah, and then we obviously botched the withdrawal, but we shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen? You take all the troops out, there's all these terrorists there. They're probably like, oh, they're not looking. Bing. You press a button, blow somebody up. It's tragic, and I wish it never
Is that how
happened.
terrorism works? Bing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
button.
I don't know how. Listen. All I know is
just know
fish
about
cars
to-
kids. That's it.
Wait, what?
Fish, it's a shop thing.
Fish Cars Kids, yeah.
I got a lot of fish. Got my truck outside.
Got a couple of Erewhons in the living room.
Yeah. Big. I'm a big Erewhon. Arowanas. Erewhons.
A couple of supermarkets in the living room.
Oh shit.
On top of that, what's his name? Silverstein, the guy that bought the World Trade Center like a couple months before.
Oh.
He got an insurance policy for $4.3 billion after the towers fell, dude.
So you think he did it?
I didn't say that, but I'm just stating the facts.
Gerardo's like, I'm just bringing up a lot of facts.
Just bringing up the facts, dude.
Just bringing up a lot of information.
Yeah.
You make the connection.
Yeah.
You connect the dots.
Exactly.
I just remember when I was a kid, I went to the World Trade Center and went to the Windows in the World restaurant.
Oh, is that at the top of the building?
Yeah, it was very
Did you
nice.
love it?
I did. Even as a kid, I recognized it's very cool.
Brendan, that's so fancy.
I know. Every once in a while, Papa Cooney will throw out the big bucks, you know.
I mean, Martha's Vineyard.
There you go,
Swanky,
too.
swanky.
Listen, we're doing very well. Well, thank you to all,
I know.
America.
I can't wait to get the Washington D.C. tour, dude. We're going to D.C. in
You guys are taking the pod to DC?
December. Hell yeah!
Hopefully, I still got to reach out to our connector to film there. But
Hell yeah.
We're gonna flap our wacky wings across the country, dude.
yeah,
love that.
Flappers DC. Ever heard of it? Can't wait.
That is pretty wacky. Saying ever heard of it?
I know. Well, that is, but it's so funny. It's so funny.
We need to confront ourselves on our wackiness.
I don't think so. I created a character called Cowbell.
Oh, that's wacky.
It's like a guy that is like, I'm a comedian. I have a cowbell and I tell jokes and I bang the cowbell, but I'm like Matt Rife.
Yeah.
So I walk up on stage. And I'm like, hey, what up? My name Cowbell. Ding.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Dude, I told you
incredible.
yesterday, dude, the bicycle bell guy, dude.
What did he do?
I swear to God, this guy at the open mic last night, he's pushing 90 years old. He's very old.
Yeah.
Okay.
He, in the middle of my set, sound played, like a loud sound, like a speaker, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm sorry about that kind of thing. I was like, oh, okay.
Is
yeah.
he running the open mic?
No, he's a comic. He's just another guy.
Okay.
And I was like, I said, I'm sober. Little things affect me. I don't know where I was. And then I started another joke, whatever. He goes on and two people after me and plays a song. And so the host was like, you get ready for a song from the next comic. Just say Jerry Corley or whatever.
Right.
and he plays the song and then goes on stage, and I'm thinking that he's gonna sing along to the song, but it's like some Sam Smith song, what's that one Wiz Khalifa song where he's like where Paul Walker died? You know, like that kind of sentimental song.
Okay.
That sentimental song. And I was like, okay, is he going to do something wacky to this? It wasn't the instrumental. It was just the song. It was the
song with the lyrics. And he gets up on stage and then
he pauses the song.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he puts his phone down and he gets a bell for his bike.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, ring, ring. And then he puts that down. And then he starts doing he starts talking into a microphone. I don't know about comedy.
Well, that sounds way different than cowbell.
I know. That is definitely, he's working in a different medium and very mixed media energy. Yeah. But I love it, man.
Get the
That's
Elysian
real.
on the phone.
I couldn't wait though. I texted Brendan right away. I was like, dude, somebody heard about cowbell.
I don't know. It's pretty different to me.
It was cowbell, dude. It was ring, ring. The way he did it and then was like,
how's that cowbell though?
Because he said, my name cowbell, ring, ring. Just kidding. No, he didn't say that.
No. It's very different. I don't see any similarities whatsoever.
And the song was not operative whatsoever.
That's weird.
The lady was like hyping it up like, well, we got a song later tonight. And then right before we got on stage, get ready for a little ditty from this guy, Jeremy Corley, whatever his name is. And then he just played the saddest song and then started doing comedy.
I'm kind of obsessed. I love it. I want to line up with him and Mystery Dan.
Mystery Dan. Yeah. Nothing was the same part 2 or was
that guy's great.
Yeah. Tokyo C-word punch.
Oh yeah, Tokyo Con punch. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get demonetized, Brendan.
True. I do every time. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
My brain is small.
I like being upset. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh no, Gerardo loves it. He's like, I want to be enraged.
Yeah, that's my impression of myself being enraged. What else is going on in your world, dude? Both of you.
I'm going to Philadelphia this week. Yeah.
Rest in power, dude.
You know, we were talking before the show started, and she was telling me the only time she went to Philadelphia, she went to a bar and there was a bar fight, and like the owner of the bar had to kick this guy out for being ridiculous, and he had a baseball bat and all that.
Yeah, it was in Fishtown. It was like not even an hour into being in Philadelphia, just a fucking dive bar. This bartender yells at him like, get the fuck out of here, goes in the back, comes out with a baseball bat, chases him out of the bar, and then just like swings it over his shoulders and stands in front of the bar like defending it.
Oh my God.
Like it's his castle. And I was like, I fucking love Philadelphia.
It's the only time she's ever been to Philadelphia. The only bar she's ever been to, and immediately there's that.
I was like, this is living up to all the hype.
That's what Philadelphia is, though. Remember when we watched that thing on the show of the guy in the PA?
In the
it's
bar.
all of Pennsylvania. They're all
shot on
like
White
that.
Claw.
Fuck you. What I can't fucking drink
It's
here.
like Wawa's, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking girls, not from Dorchester, but from...
Dorchester's Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. Allentown.
Yeah.
Or like whatever, Mar of Easttown. The fake town.
Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor, whatever. You know, you
Mayor.
killed my daughter. Or whatever. What is it?
Mayor.
Or Wooder. They have that weird accent.
Water?
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have White Claw?
Ice water, right?
Ice water.
What
water.
what do they ask for? Something ice.
Oh,
Smashed.
Rita Ice.
Yingling?
Chopped ice or something? Chopped cheese, probably.
No,
that's New York.
They have those like, they're kind of like snow cones,
Yes.
but they're not. They're, I think like...
Shaved ice?
No, something Rita Ice.
Oh.
Am I crazy?
Let me look it up.
There's
trash
a
people
place
want.
on Melrose that sells it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's like something ice though, but it's like essentially a snow cone vibe, but like softer.
Water
It's good.
ice.
Water ice?
Water ice.
Yeah.
I forget what else is that. All right. You murdered my dirter. You know, the SNL, like they made fun of Mayor of Easttown. But I will probably not be going to the bars like that.
You're going to a wedding, fancy.
Yeah, we're going to a wedding, but
Has Prosecco on tap?
yeah, they're very hoity-toity.
Oof, I like the sound of
offense.
that.
Yeah.
Do you know what suit you're wearing?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my black suit.
Ooh, black suit to a wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I have two wedding suits, or two suits capable of wedding. One is a dark blue suit that I wore to Steve's wedding, and then so there's this new black suit from what's that company? I got off ASOS.
Big and tall. Bonobos.
ASOS.
ASOS.
Yeah, ASOS.
Nice.
Hugo Boss.
No, I wish it was that nice. It's not an ASOS brand. It's what is that called?
Zara.
Fabletics.
You're getting closer.
H&M.
No,
I'm
closer.
like, what, Top Shop? I'm like, Uniqlo. What's
It's
like a
Top Man.
mass
Top Man.
Top Man.
Top
Kohl's.
Man. Hey, watch yourself.
That's me, Daddy.
I don't have enough Kohl's cash to get a suit.
Oh my God, I went to Kohl's because I had to like return something from JC or from whatever. I had to return something. Literally everyone in that Kohl's was there returning. It was like an Amazon return location.
Oh, fuck, that's the
And
worst.
like no one was in there shopping at Kohl's. Like everyone was just, there was a massive line in the middle of the store for like the one Amazon return counter. It was bleak. I was like, millennials did kill them all.
Yeah, the country's going to shit. Let's go golfing.
Yeah, I mean Kohl's and Marshalls and all that. I'd rather go to like a thrift store or something.
Yeah, if I'm going to have to dig through trash.
Yeah, for whatever reason those stores are too much for me to handle. Like Marshalls, you're like, I'm worried that I will buy like a sports jersey if I go to Marshalls. Like I'll walk out of there with like some sort of LA Rams
Hell yeah.
thing, and then like it's too oversized.
Just do it. Allow it to be your personality, Brendan. Lean in.
Isn't
I
that
want you to
hilarious?
lean in.
Oh, I mean, you don't strike me as a sports fan.
No, I
I
told you I don't know what sports is.
Okay.
I went to a baseball game with Heather Maruli.
Yeah. It's like, if you go anywhere with Heather as a baseball, it's like, are we even at a baseball game?
Yeah.
I'm at somewhere with Heather. That's really the main.
I really was. I spent the entire time like trying to get this like hot dog because like I was like, what are the best stalls to eat at Dodger Stadium? Because it was like, if I'm gonna go, I want fucking good food, and I literally couldn't find it on this app. I was all around that fucking stadium.
Oh,
I
yeah.
must have gone around it 2 times trying to find this like hot dog because apparently the regular Dodger dogs suck.
I like them,
The
but they're not great.
Franks, like there's like a Jewish hot dog place, and that's where you want to get the hot
I
dogs
didn't know
from.
that. Do you know that?
It's like a secret alcove by like where the sand is section.
My move is to go to the front because that's where like Shake Shack is, and they have more
I didn't want
options.
Shake Shack.
I didn't. Yeah.
I wanted this fucking hot dog. I wanted a good fucking hot dog. And then all of the, like they have the fucking yardsticks that are like slushy alcoholic drinks. It was so hot. None of the machines were working.
Oh no.
I was pissed.
Gotta get a blue margarita, but always get a straw.
There we go. I know. So I was just sipping a tall can, just like rolling around Dodger Stadium, trying to find this hot dog. And then I found Heather. And then she's like, you missed most of the game. And I was like, I mean, are we really here for the game?
No one's ever
Do we really
there.
care about the game?
Yeah, who cares? I never know any of the players. Like,
They have a
2 of
Japanese
them.
player now, so they have
Otani.
octopus balls.
Oh, what's that?
They're apparently very good. The reviews for them, like on all the like TikToks about Dodger food, they speak very highly of them. But I wanted the hot dog. I was not in the mood for that. They have sushi at Dodger Stadium.
They really have. So
They
they're
have a
octopus.
Korean fried chicken ball or a
That sounds
free
good.
like it's in a helmet. It's rice and then it has like Korean fried chicken with like gochujang sauce on top.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and that's supposed to be really good.
But it's really octopus.
Yeah, they're like octopus balls. They're good.
Interesting. Shohei Otani. So I do know one player.
Yeah, there were a lot of his fans. I saw that. Name a lot.
Yeah, he's huge. Hey, he was. I went to a game with my folks when they were here, and he was there.
Wait, isn't his interpreter was like embezzling money or something
No,
like
betting.
that and getting or like sports betting? Yeah.
It's so that was the thing is because like people were like, wait a minute, your interpreter's doing that, but you like, are you sure it's not you? Because like,
Yeah, but it was just an interpreter.
yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, that's what they said. Nobody is going to allow Otani to get fucked over like that. He's too important for the economy of Los Angeles and maybe all of baseball.
You want to know something actually kind of really wild? So you know how like UCB like shuttered but then reopened, right? And like the new owner is like tied to a VC group that like also owns Dodger Stadium.
Whoa, really?
Just saying.
That's
It's all connected.
They own that, and you know who owns the Ice House?
Who?
The Lakers.
Wow.
Jerry Buss, or not Jerry,
These
Jeannie
sports-
Buss's brother, I think.
These sports teams, they want to diversify. They're like, let's get into the comedy business.
Let's get into a failing, dying business.
So I had a revelation that made me kind of seem redacted the other day when we went to get tacos or burritos, really.
Ooh, where'd you get burritos? From the place? The place that you love by the Target?
No, I don't love that place. You don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
She's talking about monster tacos.
No, that's even worse.
Yeah.
God damn, that's like I'm
Brendan
trash.
is
Like
being called out left and
the
right.
Angels tacos is
Angels.
better. It was
Yeah.
Angels, but that's better than fucking. I can't believe I could go to Monsters. Monsters is like they give you stuff, and you're like, I can't believe I'm eating this. Like, where did this come from?
We've had Monsters probably once and then never went back. It's the most convenient one, and we still will just never go back. It's
convenient. I just don't think that they put enough effort into making the food.
They don't put enough love in it.
No, well, we went to Tacos El Pollo. Yeah,
This
Where's
place
that?
is delicious.
it's good.
There's one off San Gabriel and then one off Rosemead
Okay.
in Pasadena.
Okay, so it's in
Yeah.
Pasadena.
Yeah.
That's
All
the
right,
one
it's
that's
east.
closest to us.
Yeah.
That location.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's bomb?
Yeah,
It's good.
It's amazing. But I was trying to tell the guys, like, I finally, like, it was a big announcement, but really it was a very big letdown. I was like, I figured out all my sports teams, like I'm a fan of. Right? Yeah.
This was funny. Yeah, we made fun of you after
Toronto's
this.
like, I figured it out.
Yeah.
The red string is coming down.
Yeah.
He's like, got his list.
Because my good friend Miguel, he switched teams recently from the Dolphins to the Saints for football.
Why?
I was trying to get
He's
it out
just
of
weird.
him.
He's just a weird
Okay.
guy.
He said he made his decision or something because his dad liked the Dolphins, so he just went with that.
He's
But he was
like, I'm not my father's son.
Exactly.
I'm my own man.
Yeah.
I make my own decisions.
especially my sports teams. So I told the guys, I was like, I think I came to a consensus of like my sports teams.
Okay.
And I started announcing them as if it was like a big deal, like it was a draft or something, you know?
Yeah.
I was like the Clippers,
Okay.
the Rams, the Dodgers.
They're all Los Angeles.
Yeah, we were,
And then
we were
I was like,
laughing. And we were like
okay.
making fun of him because, like, oh,
And then I was
wow.
like, and USC.
Yeah,
the
every
Trojans.
team that's here, that's your normal team you root for.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't realize as I was doing it, I was
My
like, oh my God,
God.
I'm just all LA teams. I guess, so what the fuck is the matter with me?
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. What big swings.
Wow.
But I'm a huge basketball guy. I'm trying to get
Taking
into football.
risks.
Yeah.
Football is my favorite.
I'm trying to get into football, and I'm kind of succeeding this year. I try every year until basketball starts. That's the real test.
You're trying to get into football?
Yeah.
Let me know if you see a commercial during. So, do you watch the games? Like,
Yes.
Let me know if you see a Walmart commercial that I might be in.
Are you in
Oh,
it?
Let
shit.
me know.
All
Let me know. It's for
right,
it's for football season.
Yeah, that's awesome. One thing about
They made
Danielle
it-
is
they made,
she'll be
like-
in some commercials.
They made us fake jerseys, like because they didn't have any brands on them, so they were like black with white. And like the letters on the back of mine said Ahmed. Like,
Ahmed Weimer?
Ahmed.
I don't know. But it wasn't like related to any specific team. Like
Yeah.
they just like
Yeah.
Were
because they
you in
want to
a-
run it for like
It's
all
like
the
non-binary shirts.
You
or-
were in an ad for Ahmed Weinberg's Ramadan. What is it? Ramadan Diaries.
games. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Sponsored by Walmart.
But yeah, I'm trying, but I don't know. It never succeeds. I feel like I'm like, oh, I'm a football fan now. But as soon as basketball starts, I become like a fucking crackhead.
Why
for
do you
basketball.
feel like the need to like try to make yourself love something that you just aren't that into? Like just love basketball. Be a basketball head.
Yeah, but I
You
was
know?
into football as a kid. Like
Okay.
I think it was just the pigskin, honestly. But I was I was into football as a kid, and then just I'd never cared about it anymore. And I like sports, and it's also a good way for me to have some leisure and like be home and turn my brain off, watch it.
But I thought you wanted to golf.
I love golf. I've been golfing since I was a kid.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you go to the Arroyo Seco putting range? Driving range?
Driving range, yes. It's also a golf course. It's a three like executive.
It's only like
course.
8 holes though, right?
9 holes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
par
driving
threes.
range that my dad would go to when we were little. He would get a basket of balls and like you put money in the machine and it comes out and we'd always be like, get the small. And he's like, I don't know what's going to come out. And then he's like, oh, it gave me too many.
Yeah.
You'd just like be pissed. And then like he'd let us do the pitch and putt. And then at the end, you know, the ball goes, it returns like back to the,
Yeah.
you can't get it back again. But he's like, don't do the last hole. Just do it because we would just do it so quickly.
Yeah.
Fucking hated that place.
I like Arroyo.
It was my prison.
I lived right next to it.
Yeah?
My apartment was the big apartment building off of the 110 right next to Arroyo Seco.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
And so I live rather close to it. But now it's more so I go to Goat Hill. Like tomorrow I'm going to Goat Hill in Oceanside. I love Goat Hill. Shout out to Goat Hill, dude.
Do you ever play mini golf here? Is there a mini golf in California?
Arroyo Seco has a mini
It's
golf.
cute, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like flashy. It's kind of like old school vibes. It's cute.
And when we go on the road, we try to find mini golf.
Do you care about the color of your ball?
I do. I like yellow.
You like yellow? Do you?
Titleist.
Yeah. Wait,
Wow.
Titleist. Oh,
The balls.
I thought you were not the
Wow.
Oh, you go brand.
Big
Wow.
golfer.
Callaway actually.
Oh, he's a Callaway guy.
The balls. But that's it.
I go Dalia. That sounds weird. I'm saying I like his balls. I just realized it sounds like I like his balls.
Yeah, Brendan.
You go Baja. That's yours.
Yeah.
You go Baja.
I think I'd probably pick green, the color for the
I would probably pick pink.
pink's cool.
Pink's good because it's
You can see it. It's neon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green is that's gonna be difficult, Brendan.
Do you keep score?
Yeah.
Do you keep score the mini golf?
Yeah, I mostly just go golfing like 18 holes though.
I don't like keeping score really.
You know, golf is like big for like television and film right now. There's like Mark Maron's gonna be in a golf TV show
Oh, that's
with like
interesting.
Luke Wilson, I think, for Apple.
That sounds good.
Quinta's
good.
making a golf movie.
Quinta's making a golf movie.
And then Will Ferrell's, I think, also in a golf movie with Rami.
That's crazy. These random things that happen in Hollywood. It's like, yeah, golf's big now.
Golf's big now.
What's up, what the fuckers? What the fuck nuts? Fuck my face, fuck me, fuck my butthole. I went golfing this last weekend and I just hit a fucking 63 on the fucking what the fuckers golf course.
I think that's the plot.
That was my
for-
impression.
That's pretty good.
Okay, cool.
He's really good at comedian impressions, which is random.
Hey,
got-
cocksucker, you
he's
want to
got
go golfing?
Joey. Who else? You can do Callan. You can do a lot of people actually.
But Callan's hard to
Oh my God. That
jump
man
or-
loves to like stretch on stage. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's the
he's
worst.
like, it's always, I've like done a few shows with him and it's always like, he's constantly in motion where it's just like, am I watching like a workout? Do you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
constantly like lunging
Yeah.
in a way that is like he's about to pounce and it is hypnotic. It is
perfect
a little
description.
like, what am I?
He's physically telling you he's a specimen. That's what he's
Yeah,
doing.
it is.
Callan sanity. P90X, a P90X thing that you'd be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna hurt myself. I gotta stretch, because I gotta keep you busy.
Busy. Look at these thighs.
What am I doing with 2 stools?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who put the other stool here? I'm gonna fuck it. What the fuckers? What the fuck nuts?
He's the worst. What the fuck you can find? Marin, Brian Marin,
Yeah.
Mark Callan.
Mark Callan, yeah.
Oh man,
I used to love Mark Maron's podcast until I just don't like the cat talk, honestly.
I think
He has a cat,
Yeah.
He has so many
he
cats.
can't stop talking
like
about
multiple cats.
He's like, one of my cats got pneumonia. What the fuckers? What the fuck nuts? Fuck my face.
it. Yeah.
he should have you on. That would be good. WTF with Danielle. So
would have
what's your what? Oh, I fucking see you around. You're fucking. I'm in your vibe. You're fucking. You like me and you. We fucking get each other, right? Like I don't know. I just feel a connection to you.
Yeah.
What would you say? Yeah, I wonder what you'd say to Marin.
I did a show with him once in
Oh, yeah?
Highland Park. It was like a fundraiser show with Marie Bamford and like Vince Caldera was on it. He
Okay.
left immediately after his set.
He's always on a show with Maria.
Yeah,
always
Maria
do shows
can get
together.
him to come out and do good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he bounced me.
Where was it at? Like Leche
It was
Lounge
at
or something?
at the Hi Hat, or like when it used to
Yeah.
be called the Hi Hat in Highland Park.
Hi-Hat,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they love that. Our Los Lobos.
HLP.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are you from HLP?
Yeah. Well, yeah. 90065.
I was 91801. Or no, well, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Mount Washington, Eagle Rock,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highland Park.
Legendary house, many pool parties.
Oh my God, my mom.
Yeah.
The fact that my mom will let Madison have people over to swim, but not me, is pretty incredible.
Hilarious.
Madison Shepherd
Yeah.
lives at my mom's house, and like she'll let Madison have people. Like she's like, oh, she's sober and she's like, responsible, but
There's this
Danielle goes
running
Baja mode. So
I go Baja mode. Yeah.
there's a running bit on the show where I know nobody.
Oh yeah, no
in the
worries.
LA comedy scene.
That's quite all right. He didn't know me 5 minutes ago before I walked in the door.
Crazy.
I've met you before, but years ago. And also, it might have been when I was not sober. And that's like all a blur to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 6 years ago is all a blur to me as well.
Yeah.
Yesterday is a blur to me.
We already know that, though.
Yeah. I was just tired.
Do you like hot Cheetos or no?
Yeah, I love hot Cheetos.
Me too. With the whole show does. I got into
Are
it
you
like
guys
recently.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't really. I liked hot chips. We talked about this in the Jesus episode. I used to eat hot fries, and it was hot fries is a bag with a picture of a white man on it, and it was very spicy fries. We figured it out. What was it called? Was it just called hot? I forget what it was. That was my version of hot Cheetos.
It was a white man's hot fries, though.
Yeah, and
it
I never.
seems lesser.
It is. It's not. Those hurt your stomach and didn't taste as good.
Oh no.
Hot Cheetos are really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, hot Cheetos are legit. During the pandemic, I really got into hot Cheetos. I really leaned in.
Yeah.
Because of the Gringo Poppy.
Yes.
Did you watch? Have you watched Gringo Poppy?
No, why would I?
I mean, it's the best stand-up special there is. Okay, Mrs. Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Air one, bitch. Okay.
I love that. Why? They should isolate that. Have you ever watched Gringo Poppy? Why?
Why?
He is the worst. He's the worst comedian who's ever lived.
That's not true. Gringo Poppy was probably one of the best specials until I saw Adam Sandler's I Love You.
That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that is good.
It's amazing.
It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
The first joke is my favorite joke in the whole thing, but I'll save it for
Strong opener.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I think you should watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll get
Give
there.
it a try.
We watched it on our Patreon. We also watched Matt Rife's newest special and Joe Rogan's latest special. And then we didn't do a special review this week, but we'll do another one yesterday when this comes out.
I think James Adomian has a special.
Like that just came out?
I think so.
Oh, what's it on?
800-pound gorilla, but I don't know
yeah, that
where.
thing, yeah.
Because
It's probably YouTube then.
I think he's like or he did Kimmel or something. Like he's been doing like characters on Kimmel, but I think like he might have done stand up to promote his special. Maybe I'm not sure.
That guy's hilarious.
He's so fucking funny.
I would check that out. There's probably a bunch of good 800-pound gorilla things, but it's
Gerardo can't hide his contempt.
I
like making fun of it because then he gets very what is it called? Butt-sized? Or no, what is it?
Excited about it?
No,
What?
you get
Nervous?
You get tight butthole from it.
Oh,
Whenever I talk shit about 800-pound gorilla or comedy dynamics.
Comedy dynamics, I think I've made fun of quite a bit on this show. But I hope that, maybe 800-pound gorilla is going to be better.
There's a discourse in the comments
Okay.
asking whether or not you're getting paid by 800-pound gorilla.
Oh, that's right. I think
Brendan,
maybe
are you in the pocket of 800-pound
Yeah.
gorilla?
No, they don't talk. No one talks to me. I haven't done stand-up in 5 years. So,
Wow, it's been 5 years since Chris Estrada opened for you?
yeah, I used to say that Chris Estrada was my opener. Every time I make fun of Chris online, though, he claps back at me so hard that I regret doing it.
He's no flappers.
No, that's right. He'll stand
He's
up
a
for
hawk.
himself. One time he told me that I'm better a comic. I should stop tweeting about flappers, and I was like, whatever, fucking this fool.
Quack, quack.
Quack. Sorry. What was that, Doug? What did you say, Doug? Quack, quack.
But yeah, I think that's
it. Yeah.
We did an hour 45.
Oh, shit.
Nice. Do you have
Wow.
anything that you want to plug?
What am I doing next Thursday?
Yeah, check it out.
Let's
What
see.
do we got going
Tonight
on?
I'm at the Jazzy Wishbone in Oceanside. Ka-ka-ka!
All I'll plug is that this show is doing very well. This YouTube show, and also Chris Estrada's girlfriend Katie French's show has a great YouTube show, and I'm not sure what he's doing, but I'm sure it's great.
He was on an episode of her show.
No way, really?
Yeah, it's a good episode. She does a
Oh.
boyfriend reveal.
Hell yeah.
Laugh Cry DIY. I have multiple episodes on Laugh Cry DIY. You should watch them. They're good.
I've watched your episodes.
Yeah. But Laugh Cry DIY is great. Katie French, check her out. I think that's what I'm plugging.
We basically, I hope that one day my show and Katie French's show can be big enough to help out Chris.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I want that for you guys.
This is good,
Do you have a YouTube?
No. I mean, yeah, but like
Okay,
as
okay.
a
Do
video.
you too?
No.
I mean, you can follow me like on Twitter and Instagram
Okay.
at Diva Deluxe, no E at the end.
Do you have a YouTube handle or no? Whatever your YouTube is, I'll put it in the title. Of
No,
this.
like I don't post.
Oh,
I
okay,
literally,
gotcha.
it's like I barely use my Instagram and my Twitter.
Well, we'll see you next week.